Yo, what's going on, guys? Work Smarter Harder coming back to you guys again for another video. In this one, we're going to be showing you guys how to get a six-pack in 30 days or less. So no, that title is not clickbait, depending on which person you are. So if you have a little like fat on your belly, obviously it's going to take you a little longer, unless you just ramp up the cardio, of course. So a common misconception about getting a six-pack is that you got to like build it up or whatever. Out of scratch, but the truth is everyone already has a six-pack. It's just hidden under like layers of fat and whatnot. So if you can burn that fat, then your six-pack will be revealed. So if you're already like kind of skinny or like kind of in shape, you should be able to do this in 30 days or less, no problem. But I guess we'll just start off with the first method. Okay, so no, you can't just do 500 sit-ups every single day. I literally did this in the winter for like 2 months straight, just 500 sit-ups every single day, and it got me somewhere, but it was just a base. Like it wasn't really like a full-on six-pack. It's just like enough to like trim a little fat and start to show it, but it's not the most efficient way. So muscles actually need about 48 hours to recover. So the best way to do is to do a workout Monday and then a workout Wednesday. So if that's like the same workout. So I like to say like 500 sit-ups Monday, 500 sit-ups Wednesday, but don't do 500 Monday and Tuesday, because then you're not getting a benefit from it. Now this doesn't mean that you can't work your abs every single day, and the days in between, like Tuesday, Thursday, you can actually just kind of switch it up, focus on a different part of your abs. So for this one I do Ryan Trahan's 7-minute ab workout. I'll link that in the description below. It's a really good video. It's tough, don't get me wrong. Don't be discouraged if you can't do it right off the bat, because I sure couldn't. And it's really tough and challenging, but it's 7 minutes, so like it goes by wicked fast. So yeah. And as for the cardio aspect, I'll rank 3 in a row that you guys can do. The first one's the easiest, which is walking. Pros and cons of walking. Pros, of course, it's very easy. Anyone can do it. But cons, it's pretty inefficient. You can do like 3 times as much in running in the same amount of time, or even more. Second off, biking. Biking's a really good way. You can do tons and tons of miles on it. So of course that's a pro. Con, not everyone has a bike, and it's still not the most efficient way to like burn fat and such. Now, number 1, and the one I use the most, is of course running. You don't have to run as much as me. I do like 8 to 14 a day. So obviously that's a little ridiculous, but that's of course because I'm just a runner. So that's what I do. But the more miles you do, the more it'll benefit you. You are gonna need good running shoes to do this, or else you might get injured. So if you're feeling it, maybe even just like mile, 2 miles, 3 miles. That'll like get you so far. It's not even funny. You burn so many calories running. And it can just be like a light jog. If you're feeling sore or whatnot, you can just slow down to a walk and then just pick it up when you're feeling good again. Just ease into it. Is the most efficient way, not even a comparison. Now, as for how long you should do each activity, if you're walking, I'd say do it for around maybe about an hour if you can. Bring your dog, whatnot. If you're biking, maybe try to do like hour and a half if you can. 40 minutes I think that'd be fine as well, but just anywhere around there, just as much as you can, really. And as for running, I'd say 20-30 minutes is all you're gonna need to see benefit from it. Obviously if you can do more, do it, but going along with all those, you're also gonna need to hydrate a lot. I'm drinking all the time. It's the most effective way to keep your body up and hydrated, because if you get dehydrated, especially in the summer, it's not going to go too well, and then you're not going to get the most out of your workouts and whatnot. As for diet, you don't need to do anything too crazy, at least I don't. Just the benefit is that you kind of like, you're burning so many calories, you do need more calories to keep up with like all the fat and whatnot you're burning. So you can honestly just splurge a little. Like don't be eating like candy and soda, because that's not getting you anywhere. Obviously you can. One thing I've learned, because I've gotten into like big, like doing a lot of fitness, just like totally immersed myself in it on like 10 different times. In the first like 5 or 6 were so unsuccessful, because I'd go like full on into it for like 1 or 2 days, I would eat super well, ton of sleep, just like working out so long every day, and then I just burned myself out, lost my drive. So it's very important to just kind of like let yourself splurge a little, give yourself a little treat now and then. People say like don't do that because one leads to another, and then all of a sudden you're back where you were. But if you don't let yourself reap the benefits of like working out.
All right, now
stuff,
the fun
you're
part, the
more
actual
likely to
workout
burn out.
itself. With the
And
first
that's
one,
not what you
you're
wanna
going to be
from now.
doing the 500 sit-ups. You're just going to go straight up like this. Try not to use your hands as much. Legs out. You can put your knees up if you want, but not all the way, because right here you're going to put them up all the way. You can do 100 of both of these for now. Try to use your arms as least as possible to get the full benefit in your core, but if you're just starting out, you can use your arms. And then for the next one, we're actually going to go over to the side. And then, as you can see, it's kind of hard to keep your legs still. But again, just try to use your core alone. Put your legs to the side. 100 of these as well. Go over to the other side. 100 of these. Basically the same thing, just on the other side, of course. Once again, just try not to use your hands too much if you really want to seek benefit in them. Now onto the bicycle. It's arguably the hardest one. You're going to want to do 200 half counts. So every time you hit your knee, count it as 1 half.
Alright guys, now for the single most important part of getting a six-pack, and especially in such a small time constraint of 30 days, or however long it takes you. It really does not matter. It's all about just maintaining it. The most important part is motivation. So when you get up, what I like to think about is that in 30 days, I'm going to be here, whether I like it or not, waking up in the same bed, the same opportunity, the same day, whatnot. So what I would rather look on my past 30 days and say like, damn, wow, I'm glad I worked really hard. I did all this core exercises, I did all these cardio. Or would I say like, oh man, I'm glad I really like sat on my couch and played video games, watched TV. I'm not saying you can't do that, just you can't do it as much. Because like I said earlier, you gotta have a little fun every now and then or else you will get demotivated. But the reason I'm sure most of you looked at this video or clicked on this video or not is obviously because you want a six-pack and you want others to see that you have one, whatnot. But six-pack means a lot more than just like, oh, I want it, so I'm gonna have it. If things in life were that easy, like everyone would have a six-pack, doing all this crazy stuff. But why it's so meaningful to have one is because you obviously have to put a lot of work into it. It shows that you're a dedicated person, you're a driven person, and just all this other stuff, that you're a hard worker. So just, it's what it signifies is totally worth what it takes to get it. So just a little motivation for you guys there. If you ever are feeling demotivated, just come to this video, look up this part of it, and then just see why, because you want other people to see who you are and how motivated and driven you are. So I'm sure all of you want to see my results from doing this for 30 days. I'm going to try to be as accurate to 30 days as possible, finding a picture from before I started and after I started, just so you guys can see what you can sort of expect. Just fair warning, I was in decent shape going into this. As I told you from the winter, I was doing a little core, but like I said, I wasn't training smart, so it wasn't really effective. So I did kind of build up from just like a decently athletic base. But once again, if you are that guy or girl, doesn't matter, that does have like a little bit of extra weight on you and whatnot, I'm not trying to be offensive here, don't be discouraged by this. You can still get there. Like I said before, it's not going to be as easy, it's not going to be as quick, but don't get demotivated. You can still do it. Ramp up the cardio, do some more stretching, do some other exercises to help it out, and you'll get there in no time, and people will see just how like motivated you are. It's going to mean that much more coming from the bottom and getting to the top. So thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like, put a lot of work into this video, and subscribe if you enjoyed it. I'll be down to make more of these videos in the future. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Oh, I almost forgot. Here are the pictures, by the way.